Good morning. If you are new, my name is Marin. Welcome to another week in my teacher life. So it is Monday, October 18th. Last week was a pretty decent week overall. So I'm hoping that that means things are trending upwards. We will see. This is a full week of school. Next week is conferences, so I do have quite a bit of conference prep to take care of. I need to do quite a lot of testing. So that's kind of what this week is going to consist of. I am going to do a dedicated video on how I prep for conferences, so stay tuned for that if you are curious. But otherwise, yeah, we will just see how the day and the week goes. I did pick up a lot of stuff. You can see some of it back here on this back table. Over the weekend, I picked up some stuff for my writing center that I'm gonna put together. I have a couple of things to file away before the students get here. And that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that, and then we will see what kind of time I have left before the students get here. It is 8:36, so we'll just see how it goes. Hello, it is 4:55, y'all. What a day. Mondays, oh my goodness. They really struggle coming off the weekend, so I'm like really dreading having them return from like Thanksgiving break, winter break. Oh boy, yeah. We have a really hard time on Mondays with following directions and doing what we need to do. We did manage to get to almost everything. I did not do as much science as I was really hoping we would be able to do, but we did get everything else finished. I did get all of my Being a Reader placement assessments done, so the rest of this week I can go ahead and assess for report cards. So I wanted to go ahead and just show you very quickly what our progress report looks like. It's the parent-teacher conference report, and basically I'm going to just fold this so we can't see my school info, but so basically we have identify letters, capital, lowercase, identify the numbers 1 through 10. I have not done this yet. Sight words, I have done sight words on a couple of students, but not all. Then we have counting up to 10 objects and rote counting as high as they can. We want them to get to 100 by the end of the year. And then a place for me to have comments. On the back, we have, I can write my name and then just like their life skills stuff, which are the same things that are on our actual report cards which we do at semester. So that's just kind of a look at what we do for each of the students. So I do have to do quite a bit of assessing on that. I need to do identifying numbers, counting, and then sight words for most of my students because I only did the ones that I was doing the placement assessments on. So that's what I have for the remainder of the week in terms of testing. We are also finishing module 1 on Wednesday, so I will need to do the assessments for that, which also are one-on-one, although I'm thinking I might be able to actually do them in like a small group because I did purchase a pack that it took all of the questions on the assessment and put them into like paper form, so hopefully I will be able to use that to help me out, but we will see. I haven't looked at that yet. Got too much going on. My room was a disaster at the end of the day today. I had to sweep up so much dirt, y'all. I will give you an overview because I know that you look forward to those. And I had some things to straighten up. So you can see I put the stools up on the back table back there. I'm hoping that she will give it a good clean under the table. I did get the writing station set up today. I will show you that tomorrow because I just want to go home. And I have piles of stuff that need to be filed for math. So that is going to be what I'm going to work on when I get in the morning. Other than that, I am going to call it a day. Goodbye Monday. Let's hope Tuesday is a little bit nicer. Good morning, happy Tuesday. It is 8:30. As you saw, I had several things to clean up, organize, put away, whatever you want to call it. I had all that math that's been piling up as we've done module 1 that I finally filed away because we are officially done with all of those. I do have 2 lessons left, but I don't need any of those pieces, so was finally able to put all that away. I set up my back table area. As you can see behind me, I will show you a close-up of that in a moment. Right now, I am going to update my slides because I did not do that yesterday because on my plan time, I was lazy and did a whole lot of nothing because yesterday was kind of a rough day, as I'd mentioned. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on those slides. It won't take me very long. I just need to go through and unskip the ones that I need for today. I have a couple more things to put away and get straightened up. And then we will just see what else I get up to. I'm not sure. I don't have anything else pressing that I need to do this morning, but I definitely needed to clean all of that up. Oh, one thing I do need to do, I need to go through who has signed up for a conference and email the parents who have not. So I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that. And then I will show you that back table area. Okay, so I set up my back table. This is our sound chart, our sight words, and then these are the number activities that I need to work on with some of my students who still do not know how to write their numbers. And then my cart with everything that I would need. And then I have my Ask 3 Before Me, which I'm going to introduce today. And then my poster that I made. So I've seen these all over Instagram, and I finally decided to make my own. So that is what's at the back table. And then I just have wobble stools for the students to sit on. Hello, it is 2:18. My students are at specials. We have had an okay day today. The morning went really well, actually, and the afternoon has been okay. I did, however, have to stop during our setting the foundation / rotation / centers, whatever you want to call them, time because the students were having a very hard time following our rules for how we have to work independently, which includes things like talking in a quiet voice and making sure we clean up and put the materials back where they belong. So I had to stop and do a little reteaching of that. I also had to go back and re-explain the paper that they were working on and writing because a number of them were unable to do that paper the right way, even though we'd practiced it. And yeah, the second round after we did the reteaching went much, much better. So it is what it is. It's going to be some growing pains, but I am supposed to start pulling small groups next week. So I really need them able to work independently. So yeah, we'll just see how it goes. Right now, I need to run a couple of things off for conferences so that I can start prepping. And I need to prep math for tomorrow. So they are doing a, what Eureka calls a number fair. And basically you give each student a number and then they are supposed to represent that number in as many ways as possible. So things like writing the number, like the actual number formation, showing me with, dots on a 10 frame, showing me on a 5 group mat, that kind of thing. So I need to get all of those materials ready to go. I'm going to have each child have their own whiteboard and marker, and then I'm going to give them a bag with some other things that they can use. Then I'm going to assign them a number and see what they can do with that. So we will just hope that it goes smoothly enough, because when you give them multiple items, it can get a little overwhelming and messy. So we will just see how that goes. But that is what I need to prep today on plan. So yeah. Other than that, that's about all I have going on for my plan time. we have recess after specials. Then we're going to do writing, where we're actually going to do our prompt for our reading story for this week, because they're supposed to draw a picture and whatever, so it goes well with the writing. My brain is fried, I'm sorry y'all. Anyway, so I need to get all of that ready to go. So no more wasting time. Let's go ahead and get busy. Staff meeting this morning, so you saw a little bit of a clip of that. Then I used the rest of the remaining time to prep math. So let me show you what I put together for our number fair. So each student is getting a poppet, a paper plate as their like work mat, and then I gave them, you can tell, some counting bears, some shapes, some pom-poms, and 2 dice, because their goal is to show how to make the number as many times as they can. So I am giving them cards. They're going to work with a partner. I have given them numbers 1 through 8. I am going to demonstrate how to do everything with the number 9, and then we are going to do the number 10 together. So there are only 8 of each thing in the bag. So that's what they're going to do for math. Now I need to put chairs down. As you can see, I have not done that. I need to turn my diffuser on, get my slides pulled up, and it's 9:01, so I need to go ahead and get myself in gear. So let's go ahead and do that really quick. Hello everyone, it is 2:40. I was supposed to have PLC today, but apparently our building has erupted into an episode of Kids Gone Wild or something, because we're having quite a few discipline issues with students, and so both of our administrators got pulled out to handle that. So we didn't have to have PLC, which honestly, yay for that, because I don't often get much out of PLC, unfortunately. So I think today would have been good though, because we were going to talk about our small groups, the activities that we have them do. Like that would have been really helpful, but that's okay. I wanted to just go over and recap the day. So we're having an okay day. I have a couple of students that are struggling, but during my reading block this morning, I had a visitor from the district level. I believe she's our humanities coordinator, so she handles ELA and social studies. She came in and was watching me, and along with my instructional coach. She left me a nice little post-it note right here. So it says, "Thank you for letting me into your learning space. Great use of questioning to engage student thinking about words in context. Lesson was taught in a timely manner and the transition was swift." So that was nice. I had no idea she was coming though, so I think the "thank you for letting me into your learning space" thing was kind of funny, because that had nothing to do with me, but that's okay. Anyway, so that was before lunch. After lunch, we've struggled a tiny bit. Not all of them, again, it's just a few of them that are kind of making things hard for us. I did get some science done. I'll go ahead and show you what we did. So we actually listened to this book on Monday. So it's this book right here, What is a Scientist? And basically it goes through and it just talks about things that scientists do. So I reread the book, and then we've made a little chart about things that scientists do. So let me show you what that looks like. So this is our chart. Basically, we just took the keywords out of that book and we put them on the chart here. Persevere is one of our traits that we work on. So they said they try and never give up. So obviously we changed it to persevere, but yeah, that's what we did. And then they went to specials, and that's where we are now. So this is an unexpected time because I was thinking that we would have PLC, so I didn't have anything planned to do today, but I did start going through the forms for conferences. So I was filling in the letters that they knew, the sight words that they knew, that kind of thing. So I could finish that, but I don't think I'm going to. Instead, I think I'm going to put all this math stuff away. So again, these were our bags that we were using earlier, and I need to now put everything away. So we just threw away the plates. That was just a work mat, and then I need to sort all this stuff out because I also have this giant bag of stuff. So I think I'll go ahead and do that now. I can get that put away pretty quick. I have about 10 minutes left. Then we're gonna go to recess. We're gonna try to do some writing, and the day will be over. So we'll see how the last hour goes, and I will check in before I head home. Okay, y'all, it is like almost 5:10, 5:08, and I am getting ready to head out. It was an okay day today, but I had two students who really struggled today with behavior, so it made portions of our day a little bit rough. So I have a couple of things to clean up, put away, that kind of stuff, just straighten up. I need to plug my laptop in because it's almost dead. And then I'm going to head out. So I will see you tomorrow and cross my fingers that we have a good day, not just an okay one. Good morning, happy Thursday. I took my time getting here this morning, so it is much later than I usually get here, but sometimes you just need to move at your own pace in the morning. So I am going to finish transferring my students' letter naming results over to the conference form that I'm using. And I'm gonna put the chairs down. And that might be it because I don't really need to work on anything else this morning. I was going to start their Module 1 math assessments, but I'm not going to do that. I am going to have them work on some things instead, and I'm going to call them over individually to do their number assessments for progress reports. And then I will do their Module 1 assessment next week. So that's the plan for this morning. We will see how it goes. It will obviously depend on what kind of mood they are in, because I have a couple of students who can really dictate how the rest of the class can get on during the day. So we will just see how that goes. And I don't have anything else really to talk about, so I will check in with you later. Oh, y'all, it's been a day. It is 2:48. My students are at specials. Their time is almost up. We have had a rough one. Pretty much from the get-go this morning, they came in extremely talkative, just talking constantly. We made it through the morning though. They actually had a pretty good morning, actually a good morning. So I was doing testing. So they were working on their Imagine Math on their computers for those that finished, because Imagine Math cuts them off after like a certain amount of time or a certain amount of skills that they test or, give them to complete. And for those that finished, they did a number paper, so it had the number 8 in the middle. Down below, they had to cut out and glue all of the things that represented the number 8. And they were really quiet, really on task for that whole period of time. We did our we did our handwriting. After that, then they went to lunch. But since we've gotten back from lunch, oh wow. So I mentioned yesterday in our building it was like kids gone wild. Well, that has seeped into my classroom today. It's been a very rough afternoon. Yeah, rotations was really, really rough. Even though before we start, we go over all of our expectations. I model exactly what they're supposed to do at each station. It was rough. It was rough today. So we ended after only 2 rounds. We're supposed to be doing 3, but we only did 2. We ended after 2. I brought them all back to the carpet, and then we had a serious conversation about our behavior. So I did have a handful that did the right thing at their center work, and they ignored a lot of nonsense from some other students. So my neighboring teacher is going to have those handful of students join her class outside for recess, and the rest of us are not going to have recess. I hate taking recess away. It's like my least favorite thing to do, but they've got to figure out that they have to do what's expected of them all the time. And the stuff that was happening today was just ridiculous. Crawling around the floor, meowing like a cat, humming when people have asked them to stop, trying to do cartwheels across the classroom, just really ridiculous, very unsafe, very silly things. So I told them they basically had taken their playtime during center time. So I think they're all going to do another round of centers, while the friends who did the right thing will get to go outside and have some recess. So that way they can practice what they didn't do well when we first tried to do it. I don't know. I'm just very frustrated with how the afternoon went. I did get the majority of my testing done. I have 2 more things I need to do. So I need to have each of them write their name on their paper, which is very simple. I can do that, no problem. I need to have them count 10 objects, and I need to have them rote count. So that is what I have left, but I've gotten all of the rest of it finished. They did a number assessment today. I will show you. I just printed out a paper that looked like this, had them write their name on the top, and then I said write the number 1 in the first box, number 2 next to it, number 3, number 4, number 5. So I just was trying to see who's still having difficulty writing the numbers. I do have them. I'll show you. They are on my wall right along the top over there, and some of them have figured out how to look and have that help them. We also have like the calendar right in front of me. So they're around the classroom. Some of them were kind of looking around, but I'm fine with that. I'm okay with them using environmental print, but yeah, that was interesting. I haven't gone through them yet though. So I do want to share that with parents at conferences. So that was one thing that we did. And then I had them I finished my sight word testing for those who had not done their sight word testing. I did one more student's letter testing because she had been out all of last week when I was doing letter testing. And then I had them identify numbers 0 through 10. So I just wrote them on index cards, mixed them up, and then just flashed them and had them tell me what numbers they were. And that let me know who still needs work on that as well. So that's what we did. When they come back in from recess, we're going to do the reading lesson. So we are reading a book called The Big Umbrella. It's actually really cute. If I can find like a read aloud of it on YouTube or whatever, I'll link it down below if you're curious. It's a really cute book. But yeah, we're gonna do that lesson because I do not want to get behind on that. We cannot fit 2 lessons into our day tomorrow. So I have to get that done today. And if there's time, I would like to review the vocabulary words, but if not, it's not a big deal. We can do that tomorrow. So that's the plan for the remainder of the day. We will see how cooperative they are because it's been a rough one. It's been a rough day. So it's been a rough afternoon. I should preface that. The morning was fine. They were chatty, but we were able to get to everything, and they were really well behaved when I was trying to test. So I give them all the props for that, but oh my gosh, y'all. Yeah. It's been a rough afternoon. So anyway, I don't know if I'll get back on after school. If I do, I'll see you then. If I don't, I will see you tomorrow. and it will be TGIF. Good morning, happy Friday, TGIF. If you are curious, I did stop to get coffee. This is their cinnamon roll latte, so I went all out. It has like whipped cream and everything. Very tasty. I don't usually splurge like that, but so I just felt like treating myself today. It's been a long, difficult week, not the entire week, just portions of it. So yeah, let's start Friday on a positive note with some yummy coffee, right? Anyway, so what I'm going to do this morning, I need to cut the letter books that I am going to use with my letter naming groups starting next week. I need to score, or just not really score, but go through my students' number writing assessments from yesterday and get that put with their conference stuff. And yeah, that's about it. I need to put their chairs down. And I think that's all. Oh, I want to find a coloring sheet for them to do after recess today, because they are going to be on their Imagine Math earlier in the day so that I can finish my number assessments. So that's on the agenda. I think I also need to update my slides because I didn't do it yesterday. I didn't do anything after school yesterday. I just left and went home. My room was kind of a mess, so whatever. Let's get caught up and see what I can get to this morning before the students get here.